Hi everyone, welcome back to WHU TV. It's nice to see you. I hope you're keeping well and having a good week. As you would have read yesterday, it was confirmed that Steve Nickson has left Newcastle United as their chief scout to become the chief scout at West Ham United. So I thought we'd talk about it a little bit. I mean, to be honest with you guys, there's not that much information that's available in relation to him, but it is what it is. But as always, and I didn't mention it on yesterday's video, but as always, this video is sponsored by the channel sponsor, 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website, where you can purchase some really nice retro shirts, along with track jackets, polo shirts, sweatshirts, and t-shirts made by Admiral and Umbro in the claret and blue. So go check those out. Any purchases you make through the link in the description below, the commission that the channel would normally be getting, as I always say, I'll be sending on to the charity Iron Supporting Food Banks. They're based in the Newham area, and they're helping those in the Newham area and the Essex County and further afield for that matter, as they're currently supporting an absolute shitload of food banks. So guys, go grab yourself a really nice retro shirt. You'll be saving yourself a few quid in comparison to the club shop, and you'll be helping out those less fortunate than you and I. But if you're watching on your computer, your laptop, or your tablet, then you can click the link that's up here as well for that. Okay, so let's have a look. As I say, there's not a lot of information available for Steve Nickson, sadly, because you know, he wasn't all that well known. He's 61 years old. He joined Newcastle, leaving Blackburn Rovers as their youth scout, and joined Newcastle back in 2011 and was promoted to chief scout at Newcastle in 2017. Now, there's been a lot of talk in relation to Amanda Staveley over the last probably 8 to 10 months, really, in terms of a potential takeover as well, for that matter. I didn't really mention it, but I wanted to talk about it now with this, because if Nickson does become, as the Newcastle Gazette and a few other places are confirming that he has joined West Ham now, that will be a big pull for Amanda Staveley to come in and become shareholders as West Ham United. You know, she really will. For example, for those that don't know, Steve Nickson was not responsible, but has certainly been put on under the tab of bringing in Alexander Isak, Sandro Tonali, Anthony Gordon, Bruno Gomes, Joe Linton, Harvey Barnes, Sven Botman, Livramento, who's playing for England. Well, not playing for England. He was supposed to be in the World Cup, but he's not. Lewis Hall, Chris Wood, Joe Willock. I think he might have also been involved in some ways in the Dan Burn deal as well, for that matter. But yeah, honestly, it's very, very good news that we're bringing in somebody like this. As I say, we didn't, because the recruitment at West Ham has been absolutely fucking terrible. We know that. We've talked about that many a time over the last few seasons. But at the same point, guys, we really need a little bit of a level-headed playing field now. And as a result of that, it's a really good idea that we sort everything out. Like I said before, I said it on the live stream, you know, we need to sort everything out. I said the medical treatment needs to be sorted out first and foremost. That has, you know, we've had 2 seasons on the trot now where we've had next to no injuries in relation to what we used to. You know, we talked about on the live stream yesterday in relation to the new training ground. That's the idea. So that's probably been in conjunction in discussion, I should say, for the last couple of years. Probably pretty much ever since Daniel Krasinski bought shares in the football club in the first place. And now the next stage of it is obviously the recruitment. Bringing in a head of recruitment with this track record. I mean, I don't know what he was like at Blackburn in any shape or form. If there's any Blackburn fans watching, then by all means, please do let us know what he was like for the youth setup. And likewise, if there's any Geordie fans watching as well, let us know what he was like for the youth setup going into the chief role as well, for that matter. I mean, as I say, I've given the highlights there, you know, is best of, shall we say. But at the same point, guys, as I say, it's just that everything seems to be slowly but surely coming together. And as a result of this, again, it just proves that everything is coming up rosy in relation to that. Now, I did do a video yesterday talking about the change to the club badge. If you haven't already watched it, go check it out. I'll put the card at the end of the video in the end screen. You'll be able to see it there if you haven't already watched it. But as I say, I do really think that the long-term plan is slowly but surely coming to fruition. Once everything is settled, the dust is settled, and and the players come back from their slightly little bit of a break, then I think real heavy work. Now, bearing in mind, I didn't realise this, and not a lot of people have, but the transfer window opened on Monday, so we're 3 days into it now, and as I say, it's just been there's a lot of good things coming still. There really, really is, and I do hope that we get to see some decent players coming in that are going to help us get back to the Championship. The more I'm reading, the more information I'm looking at, there's more and more reasons to be cheerful and reasons to be optimistic and to really look forward to the Championship season coming up. As I said yesterday on the live stream as well, the where are we? The Championship fixtures come out in just over 8 days' time, the 25th. So I'm going to do a video for that as well, for that matter. Once those come out, I'm going to do my predictions and all the rest of it, like I've done previously beforehand. And yeah, we're literally just under 2 months now from the start of the Championship season. I'm looking forward to it. I really, really am. It's going to be, I'm hoping it's going to be one for the record books. I really am. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you feel this momentum is gaining quite heavily and quite quickly with West Ham to become a properly run football club? Do you think there's anything that you would like me to talk about, to focus on in relation to news stories? If you do, again, put them in the comment section below. But in the meantime, guys, look after yourselves, take care, and I'll speak to you very, very soon. All the best now.